Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials.
Good morning, it's 6:30 on Tuesday the 22nd of February. Not quite sure what's going to happen in the big wide world today, but let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land. Cool and breezy morning, but it's not too bad compared to what we've had. It's actually very good. But those storms, they keep on coming. And I'm just down here, as I always do during the week, having a quick trip in before work to check on the chickens. Lots to talk about today, but the key message is this is not the end of the world. This is not World War III. So don't panic, keep calm and carry on, as I am. So let me get my chickens sorted out and we'll have a quick chat. It will be a quick chat because I have to get off and get back to work. So I'll catch you in a minute. As usual, first things first, sort the chickens out. A bit dark for you this morning, but you've seen it all before, so you know exactly what I'm doing. Right, and I am on a mission this morning. This isn't the normal weekend, so I need to get cracked on. Well, apologies for rushing around like a headless chicken. But I do need to get moving this morning. I can't spend too much time down here. It is a work day. So let's get these in the cabin. I'll quickly top up the food and water and I'll see you shortly. Well, it's Tuesday and I don't normally do a video, so surprise! Oh, what is going on? As I said, walking across the field, guys, please do keep calm, don't be panicking. This isn't World War III. This isn't the end of the world as we know it. But these are serious times and serious issues that we have to think about and to deal with individually to lessen the impact on us. So, where to begin? This will be a brief run through. I do have to get away early, hence no coffee. It's just literally my normal run in, sort the chickens and run home, but today I had to do a little video. So last night President Putin came on TV, did a huge presidential address. He's been sitting, as have Western leaders, endlessly considering what's going on in Ukraine and what to do about it. You'll know that over the recent months there's been lots and lots of talk about Russia's going to invade Ukraine, it's going to take over the whole country. Western governments have been shipping in arms and troops like they're going out of fashion. They've put advisors on the ground in Ukraine and been training the Ukrainian armed forces. They've sent billions of dollars, pounds, yen, whatever, literally billions of dollars worth of arms and ammunition to top up Ukraine's preps. And last night that was all discussed ad nausea, and the main thing now to think about is that from today, in fact they've already started, but from today Western media is going to go into complete overdrive. You'll remember from previous conflicts, whether it's Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria, the media just loves a war. They want to get out there in your face and tell you why the world is collapsing around your ears and you're desperately in trouble. Now, unless you happen to live in the eastern region of Ukraine, right now you're not in trouble. Emphasize, you are not in trouble. Russia is not going to bomb the US, bomb the UK, bomb Europe. They're not. So don't let the media tell you that they are, because they're not. However, having said that, this is absolutely going to impact on everybody that's watching this video, and everybody who's not watching this video. But instead of bombs falling from the sky and your hometown, village, city getting destroyed, the danger to you is going to come in other forms. So instead of running around in a blind panic, listening to the media, getting all hyped up and thinking, oh, the world is ending, I can't do anything about it, I'll just curl up in a corner, don't do that. Just keep calm and carry on. I'm here on the field feeding my chickens. Before I came here, I called in at the petrol station. I already had over half a tank in the car, but I topped up. And these are the kind of things that I would encourage you to focus on and think about over the coming days, weeks, months, however long this crisis happens to continue, because it isn't going to go away. It's a bit like COVID. It's never going to go away. And there are other things, as I've said in many, many videos over recent months, there are other things for you to worry about, other crises, other storms. And this Ukraine thing, serious as it is, and it really is serious, and potentially could get even more serious, but this is going to be a gift to Western governments. They can blame all of the other shit that's been going on and building and building and building, ready to burst. They can blame all that shit on Ukraine now. So they're very, very happy. They're very keen to pump this up and ramp this up, because it's in their best interests as a government to do that. So don't be distracted by all of the hype. In terms of what you personally can be doing and should be doing and thinking about, I'll just run through a very brief list. Hopefully, as the week goes by, we can get the chance to discuss this in more detail and at more length, rather than the rush through that will be today. But here we go. Top thoughts for what you should be thinking about today, tomorrow, next week, next month. First things first, as I said, do not panic. Don't get distracted by the media hype. Yes, it's serious, but it's not going to be bombs raining on your local town, city, whatever it is. There are, however, potential consequences. We've talked about them in previous videos, that are side issues to this. Things that have been going on for a long time. Things like the supply chain. The problems with the supply chain never got fixed. They're still broken. You remember what happened in 2020 with COVID, once the government came out and created Project Panic and Fear with COVID. Everybody ran off to the supermarkets, got topped up on toilet rolls and bottles of milk. So expect a bit of a panic and a bit of a run on the stores. So depending on what time you receive this video, think about what you've got on hand now. You should, as preppers, have lots of stuff on hand, but go out and top up. Don't panic buying them to the supermarket. Just get things a little bit earlier than you might have done. If you normally go shopping on a Friday, go today or go tomorrow and just top up. Things that normally disappear in a panic. There is a real potential now that we're going to see lots and lots of cyber attacks. Some of those might be successful. Some of those will be targeted on the banks. So it's worth just getting a bit of money out of your bank account now and parking it somewhere safe in your house, so that if the cards don't work at the supermarket, or if you go to the ATM machine to get your cash and it's not working, you've got that reserve of cash on hand to get you through however long it takes to get the system back up. Cyber attacks could also affect the utility grids. So if you haven't already got some kind of backup, at least to have art light on or to keep your fridge going, I would strongly recommend you do that. You can get portable generators for £400. You can get solar panels and some batteries for less than £400. If you haven't been thinking about it, or if you have been thinking about it and you've just put it off, now is the time to really seriously think about it and to perhaps do something. Heating, you can hear the diesel heater kicking off in the background now. If you're dependent on the grid, which most people are, for heat, think about how you could heat, even if it's just a small space, one room in the home, or your garage, or your shed, or your off-grid cabin. Think about how you can do that. Again, these things are not that expensive. Again, you're talking about, if it's a small-scale gas heater that you can cook on as well, a couple of £100. Slightly larger, maybe we're back to this magical £400 that we talked about just now for generators. But have a little think about it. Think about how you would keep warm, dry, safe, secure and fed in your home if the power grid went off. You are still going to have the need to move around as normal. So if you haven't topped up your fuel tanks today, get out and top them up. If you don't have a reserve supply, even if it's just one little can of spare fuel for emergencies, well, potentially that emergency's coming. It's not today, but it's potentially coming. So if you haven't got one, get one. So all of these things that we keep talking about and talking about and talking about on the channel, perhaps now is a big wake-up call, and you really ought to be doing stuff. So if you haven't, I'd encourage you strongly. Don't put it off any longer. Get started and get thinking and get preparing, because there are other things coming. It's not all about Ukraine. On Ukraine specifically, because I really do have to go, I've got work to do, proper work to do, not cabin work. What do I think is going to happen? I've alluded to this in previous videos. I did put some on the community tab a couple of days ago. I don't expect Russia to invade all of Ukraine, though the media will tell you that it will. Indeed, I've already seen lots of prepper channels, particularly Canadian and American prepper channels, the bigger ones, you know who they are. They're out already, full-blown war mode. This is World War III. Somebody, I've watched a video this morning already, has already said this is World War III, expect nukes. I'll tell you now, for free, if ever we did have World War III with nukes, it's game over. It doesn't matter how good a prepper you are, it doesn't matter how many years of freeze-dried food and MREs you've got. If we do have a World War III with nukes, it's game over. You are not going to survive it. I'll tell you that now. So nobody's going to have World War III, but not with nukes anyway. But this is a damned fine excuse for Western governments now to get the drumbeat going, to build up the military, to spend loads of money to try and fend off that economic crisis that we should have had back at Christmas last year, and they've been kicking that can down the road. This is a real cracking excuse for them. So expect media and government spin World War III rather than nuke World War III. I do think Russia will put troops on the ground. I absolutely do. They've now come out and said that those 2 autonomous regions, which are Russian-speaking areas of Ukraine in the east, they will definitely put boots on the ground there. Their objective is to secure that eastern part of Ukraine as a buffer zone, and they have a perfect excuse now to do that. They've been goaded and goaded and goaded by the West for months and months and months and months. They've seen the build-up of weaponry in Ukraine, and they've thought, you know what, bugger it. It's time for us to put our little line in the sand. And they have. They did that last night. So, yes, you will see Russian boots on the ground in eastern Ukraine. You will see a lot of build-up of NATO troops, but I don't expect Russia to go any further and take over the entire country of Ukraine, and I certainly don't expect them to go into Eastern Europe. Though the pundits out there in YouTube land and the media will tell you that's what's going to happen. You'll start to see loads of graphics about how Russia can invade Poland and Romania and Estonia and Latvia and Germany and France and the UK, and then they're coming for America. You'll see that over the next few weeks and months. But it's bullshit. Pardon my French. Yes, it's serious. Yes, you're going to see a massive hit on the stock market. You're going to see oil price go up. You're going to see supply chain problems. All of these were there already, guys. Remember that. As far back as 2020. This has all been coming. The only difference now is that Russia has decided that they are actually going to keep hold of that eastern side of Ukraine. That's the only thing that's changed. All that other stuff is still there and will, sooner or later, bite us in the bum. So don't panic. Carry on as normal. Just do that little bit of extra top up. You still have time. It's not game over yet. But don't be the last in the queue to get the stuff that you need to take care of you and your family. Please do not be last in the queue. Get some cash on hand in case the machine stops spitting it out the hole in the wall. Do something about keeping some light heat cooking, means of cooking. Do something, no matter how small scale it is, because at some point over the next few days, weeks and months, we've already seen with the weather storms the lights go out here in the UK. There's an added chance that the lights might go out in the UK, or that your normal energy supply might not be available. So if you haven't done it, get started, please. Anyway, I've got to go to work, so I need to get out of here. I'll try and put some more content out later in the week, might even do a live stream. Let me know what you would prefer in the comment section. Do you want to listen to what I've got to say about this impending crisis? Do you want to hear more about what you can do to get ready? If you do, pop it in the comment section. If you'd like a live stream, tell me you'd like a live stream. It's normally good me doing a live stream and nobody turning up. So if you want one, tell me. And if I see enough numbers in there, I'll do one. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe, be well, and don't panic. Keep calm and carry on.